Yeah, it's the sound we hear like every day.
It is the sound we hear every day. Hello, everyone. Ahoy, mateys. Welcome on board for another night of eSailing Nations League. And we are getting ready for a pretty interesting evening, Sunday night with you guys. But first of all, let me introduce you to our guest for the evening. Our special co-host will be Robert Huisman from the Netherlands. How you doing, Robert?
Yeah, fine, thank you. It's exciting to be here with you, and we have some exciting races coming up. I think it's going to be interesting races tonight.
We are watching two regattas tonight. We are going to start off with Team Spain 2 versus Team Poland, which we've already seen. And before we jump into the first races, waiting for the lobby to be created, saying hello to everybody who's already with us on the stream. A bunch of you guys, and it's really good to see people tuning in for the eSailing Nations League and wanting to see more races. Trying to find a little bit more action than what's necessarily being offered on the game. I know everyone's been doing the eProduct Cup recently, but it's also good to go find some action on the eSailing Nations League. All right, we're gonna hop into the team standings right now. Yeah, we invited a professional streamer for tonight's show.
Yeah, proud to be a professional streamer. No, I won't call myself professional yet. I don't think I will ever be, but it's really fun to do these streams like nowadays when you play.
If anybody is interested, Robert, you just started a Twitch channel to stream some of your games.
Yeah, you can find me Robert_Houseman. But don't expect like this quality streams. It's just me playing team races or fleet races to amuse you and like give myself feedback sometimes with rewatching it. It's not like a big thing yet. It's something to like. It's starting up, and let's see how good it can become.
Well, it's a lot of work to get a good stream going. I can tell you that.
Yes.
But you can definitely count on us. If you want a little bit of help, we'll tell everybody about your channel. And just take it easy. Interact with their public. I guess that's the biggest thing you need to know about it is don't be afraid to to interact a little bit and to talk with the people as you play. But yeah, Robert is definitely one of the best players in TRL, but also in the eSailing World Championship. How'd you do last year during the eSailing World Championship? What was your final ranking on that?
I think I wasn't playing the Blue Series too much, but I qualified for the playoffs, and I guess in the real playoffs I came about 100th place. I do not do the series too much, because I like to play team racing as well. In real life it's different. I more do like fleet racing. The format of team racing in this game works funny. It's just the extra touch of interaction you get with the other players, and the fact you can like improve and have tactical decisions to make. It was more fun to me. But I enjoy fleet racing now. This season I will focus also on the Blue Series.
Yeah, there's a lot more at stake now, especially since you've got a team going for you. You've got the eSailing Nations Cup also for Netherlands, which will be a big thing this year. Trying to see if the regatta has been created on sail ranks, but it hasn't yet. It's been created in the game. We should be able to start that pretty soon. I saw it, but it looks like the lobby has been turned off right now. Robert, you're also...
The servers are quite bussy at the moment, I guess. I think we had it Friday as well with the Netherlands. People had issues with starting up the app, so I assume it's the same tonight. So maybe the time takes longer, but I think when the races starts, it won't matter the quality of the races.
No, let's hope it doesn't affect. We did have a couple of disconnects last week over on the Polish side. Did not help them at all against Team Ukraine, but hoping it doesn't happen again too much tonight. We don't yet have tonight's regatta on sail rank, so we'll be able to bring you guys those results a little bit later. Right now, looking at Group D, that's the group we'll be watching a little bit later tonight. Turkey in 3rd position and Italy 2 in 4th position, in 5th position, I'm sorry. Looking forward to that one. But first of all, we need to get Spain 2, and Spain 2 is not, you know, a small team by any standards. Going up against
very experienced.
Yeah, we have some big names on Team Spain 2.
Very experienced. I think Spain 2 has the guys, the well-known Parejo brothers.
Yeah,
it's how do we say it here? Do we say it Parejo or Parejo?
You can say it however you like. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with the whole family yet, so we've not yet started exchanging pleasantries. But yeah, so if you're not familiar with the Parejo family, they are a huge squad of eSailors and real-life sailors behind, I believe, also the 541 top sail coach formation.
Yeah, exactly.
They used to race under that name as well, but now they've branched off into several teams and several formations.
Yeah, mostly from Club Nautica Sevilla, so they will put that in their name probably. And they're very strong, very experienced, and they know how they play. So that's very tough to sail against, I guess.
All right, we see that the chat has a preference on how to pronounce Paro. Really sorry, we're letting a little bit of time go by. Right now, the lobby hasn't yet started up, and we're still waiting for race 1 tonight. That'll give us a little bit of time to set everything up on our end. We're showing you the results. There's Group E right now, also up on your screen. Team France 3 in 1st place, followed by USA 2 and Argentina 1. You can definitely see right now France, USA, and Argentina dominating that board, but UAE and Brazil are still close, within a single win of coming back and taking the lead in the group. So that could be still a very interesting group to follow. We're not watching any of Group E's regattas tonight, but you should be able to watch France 3 against, I don't know who it's going to be. Is it going to be UAE or Brazil? Coming up this weekend on Yansi TV. There's another channel streaming the eSailing Nations League, and you can follow all of that off the Discord. Still waiting here for the lobby to fill up here. Race committee having a little bit of trouble tonight, but we know all the players are here. Meanwhile, Robert, you're a real-life sailor as well.
Yeah, true. I'm sailing 29er now, so the little 49er boat. It's only one single trapeze. There are some good fleets internationally, and it's tough competition. And it's going quite well recently, so we're thinking of to go to the 49er soon. It's amazingly how tough the fleet racing in real life is in the 29er. It's really good class.
We hear a lot of good things about regattas and just sailing out of Holland in general. Would you say the level is very high in Holland? Which part are you racing in? Which region?
Well, I'm from the north of the Netherlands, but it's known as a small country, and that's true. So we try to help each other, and we train with a big squad in the center of the Netherlands. So we can help each other and become stronger, all of us. We don't have like a northern team and a southern team, but we have a national team we train with to make each other better.
All right, and you train during the winter months still in Holland, or are you allowed to travel around a little bit?
Yeah, we would like to, but now we just have to be like strong guys and sail in the 2 degrees outside. But it's worth it. I think if you can sail, you should sail and not complain about the weather.
You need a good wetsuit.
Sometimes it's tough.
All right, thanks for your feedback in the chat, guys. We lowered the sound of the game a little bit. Yeah, sometimes doesn't always come out the same way on our end. And right now we can see that Luis Paparo is racing currently. He's already in the race. all alone. We're gonna go watch him a little bit while we wait for the lobby to fill up. We've got 4 boats right now for this first event. The first is a 6v6 in NACRA 17.
Yeah, that's one of the races that I like to see. It's hard to help each other out. I think it's the upwind where you can do the most, or you can try to get people out in the downwind by getting on their left-hand side to trying to make them not jibe, if that makes sense. That's how you can slow the most in the NACRA.
All right, yeah. So that's going to be awesome to have your input tonight. NACRA so far doesn't seem to be the most tactical race. It's more or less of a drag race, trying to get fast ahead of the fleet and scoring the one and two positions.
Yeah, very, very true. And it's complicated to stop at the marks because the boats are so fast that you can sail through someone, and it only slows you a little. And the boat that stops for you will lose more meters. It seems like they're going out again.
Yeah, it seems like the Spanish team is still having trouble connecting to this lobby.
Maybe
Come on, virtual regatta, get your servers, get your servers up and running. Somebody reboot the servers back in virtual regatta headquarters so that everything's going to be okay. If you guys have an eye in the chat as well as what's going on with the race committee, let us know if we need to switch out.
I can see they say technical problems, so they say please wait, but in this lobby. So maybe the Spanish will join again. I think one of the problems for them was they will be the gray color. The gray color is something you have to get with a little trick. So you have to go to the color screen again and again and again to get the gray color. Maybe they will try to get the black and red color now. So they only have to change the color once, then they can join the game.
I've read a little bit about this. Now, explain to us why would a team want to race with a gray color? And for anybody watching who doesn't know, the gray color is usually not available in the game. You have to glitch it to get it.
Yeah, well, I assume most of the people play with a level 1 account, which they only use for the custom races we are watching right now. So they get the helps in the races for free. They will have best VMG, the wind intelligence, the ley line, the time to the starting line, all for free.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can only get a couple of colors. And black and red is a free color. So that's easy color for a level 1 account, but also gray is a free color. So I think we will see a lot of teams playing gray against black and red because these are both free colors. It's easy to use for the people playing on a level 1 account.
All right. So yeah, in case you had a little bit of trouble following, the idea is that all of these players are playing on a secondary account when they're playing on these private races because they want to have a level 1 boat, a boat that hasn't competed in any official events. And so you get all of the green coin options, which normally you would have to pay for, 100% free. If you don't know this trick about the game, don't hesitate to try it. I actually don't do it. I just have one account. Actually, I already have 2 accounts, one of which is VIP, which is the one we're using tonight. And yeah, I guess I just sort of sponsorize the game. I sponsor the game with
that's something you can do as well. But it's definitely a good tip. If you want to get free helps, make a second account and keep it on level 1. Please don't do races with it in blue or green series.
Any of the official green or blue series races are definitely forbidden. Robert, you're in the game as a spectator. We can see you.
Yeah.
We can see your boat right now. You're along with several other spectator boats. But that's not what we're interested in watching. We're going to be watching, let's see Juan Cardona start here. Because he definitely is one of the best players in the entire league. eSailing World Champion of 2020. And right
Yeah, what a
now,
reputation.
looks like he's going to take a fully launched start, pick up as much speed as he can.
Yeah, take the long run and try to bear down right before the signal, so you get as much speed as possible on the start.
Boats seem to slow down here. All right, race 1 is underway. We are watching again Team Spain 2 versus Team Poland. We'll get that up on your screens really quickly.
Very strong start from Spain here because they all can sail on port tack after the start. Because they have left shift right now, it's very strong. And they can press the others to the left maybe. We will see them trying to make the red boats tack on starboard, so they will sail the headed tack more.
Nope, already Poland picking up one penalty with Formanski here. I don't know why he wanted to tack a second time, but he knew he was going to be stuck in wind shadow.
Yeah, very, very good positioning from Spain here out of the starting line. You can see almost every boat takes a red boat for themselves and slow the boat down.
Penalty on penalty. Poland getting punished here on this first upwind. Gonna see a Spanish crossing. Hopefully they won't inflict penalties on their own teammates. We've seen a lot of that happen.
It's complicated when you're focusing so much on the boats and you have 12 boats going around the course to avoid each other sometimes as well.
And the whole black Spanish armada coming up in the lead on the first upwind. There's barely one Spanish boat sort of lagging behind, but not really yet. Yeah, really good start from this Spanish formation.
I think that's always good to have when you get off the start line well and then communicate where do we go and where do we want them to go. You can make them sail the bad shift and they will sail the good shift.
It's about control then. It's about controlling the racetrack.
Communication is key in these races, especially when you have 12 boats on the race course. It's communication which is one of the most important things.
We're seeing in the chat, Polita asking us if we were going to stream against Spain 4 against Venezuela. No, unfortunately, we don't have the time to stream Spain 4 Venezuela. I believe that's going to be going on tonight as well. Clean mark rounding here by Juan Parejo. See Carlos picking up a penalty in 5th position, probably hitting the mark. What's going on, Carlos? That's friendly encouragements. He's just warming up.
One of the guys behind the league, no? He is organizing it as well.
He is one of the race organizers of this eSailing Nations League. We just saw a Spanish boat. That was Juan do a 360 coming back just to control. He was ahead. He didn't have to, but he wanted to control Andre here.
Yeah, it's just giving Carlos the extra bit of space, so he wouldn't get any problems with sailing on port. It's like the details Cardona can work out. He sees the things where his teammates need help, even though they won't ask it. He will help you even though you won't ask it. It's like, yeah, almost perfect how he slows the boats down. I think now they might have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6th place.
That seems to be the case.
I won't say Poland is like chanceless in this regatta because you always have the 1v1 and the 2v2, which disconnect can be costly, and we saw the servers are a bit slow, so there are still a chance for Poland. Maybe it's not the best way to win. I think if in the 2v2 Spain disconnects, and I saw them playing the 1v1 against us very, very well, They have 2 points in the back already, so only one for a tie.
They need a point. They definitely need a point because if you're not familiar with the format on eSailing Nations League, these teams will only race once against one another. Yeah, Thomas saying hi in the chat. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, you just jumped into race number 1 where you can see Spain in the black sails, currently in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this 6v6. In a good position, even though right now we can see Andre trying to do his best to slow down Juan Cardona. But Juan's here still agile and placing the penalty on his Polish opponent.
Very, very comfortable with the downwind moves. Is it a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Nope, it looks like Furmansky will be taking 6th position right ahead of Carlos Parejo.
It's a close one. I think we should see it
17
in
seconds.
the
It might be
results.
good to go look on the scoreboard really quick. It is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well done.
That goes
well
to
done,
show what I know. I wasn't watching closely enough. That was an impressive move. We haven't yet looked at Cruiselator now playing under the PowerNet sponsor banner. That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what it means. It looks really professional when you have something like in your name. Even though the CNS is just a club where they're sailing for it, oh, it looks like formal. What I mean.
I'm not familiar. I don't know what kind of sailing club the CNS is, but definitely always good to represent your real life sailing club in the game.
I all live in Sevilla, and it's Club Nautico Sevilla. So they
In the
put
south
it
of
in their
Spain.
names. South Spain, beautiful weather. Oh.
All right, right now we're waiting for race number 2 coming up, the match race. As you see the current standings in Group A up on your screen, currently Portugal with 3 wins is in a comfortable lead. Very, very comfortable.
I saw them playing. They also look like a very strong team. And they play the same way. So they're all not really aggressive, but also defensive players when they have the lead. And it's easy. It's not bad to be very aggressive, as long as you have the defensive players as well. And they are very controlling when they have a winning position, and they don't risk anything. Very, very well played by them.
Looks like the match race lobby has been open. Right now we're looking at Group B, which is group with Team Netherlands, represented right now with 2 wins and 1 draws. We watched you guys play on Friday against Finland. But
very, very, very fun night against Finland. And I think we had a bit more experience with team racing, also with Bart, Douwe, Hidde, Wouter, and the whole team. It's like very, very stable. And we also played against Spain, and that was really a tough match. The team is doing quite well.
Finland put on a really good performance. I also wanted to congratulate all of you guys on the sportsmanship, because I saw the chat afterwards, the chat logs after the game, and everyone's just going around congratulating each other, and that's really good to see also, especially in such a small community. There's no point in going after your opponents, whether you win or you lose. And Ukraine, currently sort of the surprise of this tournament, because we hadn't seen them much on the sailing scene before, and now they're one of the few teams to have 3 wins already in the event.
Yeah. To say they're the underdogs in our pool. But I'm not sure if they played against Spain too. Did they play against Spain too already? I think we didn't play against them yet, but
I believe we'll have to take a quick look at that, but I believe they have. They played Finland. They played one of the Spanish teams. As you can see, there are 5 Spanish teams in this event, so kind of hard to keep track. 4 or 5 Spanish teams, and yeah, Group B has definitely been one of the most competitive group so far. Oh, we've got a lot of people at the start of this match race spectating here. We're going to jump back into the game and we'll go back to the results and the standings a little bit later. So in case you need a little bit of help here, in the blue sails we have Fermanski from Poland. In the black sails that's Miguel Cruz, Cruzolator from Spain. And they are the only two boats competing. All of the others are spectator boats. Yeah, Fermanski picking up penalty after penalty here. He doesn't seem to be able to get the inside hook on Cruzolator. And let's hope he gets a decent start.
Very important to start well, otherwise you are sure you will sail the upwind in the dirty air from your opponent, and that's not what you want.
7 seconds to the start. Fermanski looking for a window here next to the committee boat. He's going to have a good second, almost 2 seconds delay on Cruzolator, who's looking to control, doing the match race thing.
Yes, no penalties at the start, so I think that's a good way to play. It's not over at the start, which it could be sometimes. They're both doing the race, and in the start we all know the downwind is where it's gonna happen.
All right, as we watch this match race, we're gonna put a little bit of music on as well. Any particular taste in music, Robert, that you like to listen to while you're playing on Virtual Regatta?
No, I literally am a boring person if it is up to music. I listen to everything which has a decent beat or something. I really don't care.
Fermanski needs to find a way out under of Miguel Cruz's boat.
Yes, it's gonna be a long way up to the mark in this dirty air. Cruzolator attacks early, so he has clear wind. Let's see, we cannot see the wind strength yet, but it's in the advantage of the Polish when there is low wind, because then Cruzolator won't sneak away very much when he goes around the second mark. When there is strong wind, he will gain more meters, so that's something you should watch when you're doing the race as well. If you want to make a chance for the last boat, it's better when there is light wind. But it seems quite light at the minute, but I'm not sure.
5.7 seems decent in a star. Seems like a decent speed to be going.
Yes, and they're going to darker weather, but I think Poland must be in the reach of Spain. We'll get a chance this downwind. Monsky is gonna get a chance to penalize Cruzolator.
We can see the wind shadows now really overlapping. But it's not everything to just put the other boat in your wind shadow. You've got to be able to play the penalty very smartly.
Interesting tactic for Monsky to not look for the close 1v1, but just go straight downwind. See what he is gonna gain with it.
He's gonna try to go to the furthest mark and go into stronger wind. Does he think it can help him catch up?
Yeah, maybe. You can always try something different than your opponent, but the thing is now he will lose the starboard advantage, so he has to be... Oh, and there's a left shift coming, so I think when he crosses, it is a good decision. It's to say, because you give away the starboard advantage really easy. But now it looks like it was a very good decision, because with the left shift, it might roll Cruzolator.
It really looks like we're going to see some action on the second upwind leg, which is usually not where match races are the most interesting. By now, usually it's already won, but he got some good action. And
very
the Polish team
for
closing
not,
in.
looking up the 1v1 in the first downwind.
If he had a little bit of a wind shift here coming from the right, it would have helped him a lot. But Cruiselator still going to make it to the mark first?
It's closer than it was. So when Cruiselator is going around the mark and is gonna go away on port, he will be slowed down more.
Alright, both boats now only 12 meters apart. This is close.
Really close.
Wind speed 7 to 8 knots. 1 knot advantage right now for Poland. Not sure this angle is going to give us the best view in case of a penalty.
Oh, he gets the better side now.
And Formansky coming back from pretty far to inflict a penalty on the second downwind leg on Cruiselator right now. Miguel Cruz, we've seen.
Interesting to see how he's gonna keep the controlling position, because with this breeze, it's not over with one penalty.
No, definitely.
Now it's risky what he did, because now Cruiselator can come under him and sail him next to the finish line. Let's see, maybe he can save himself out with going downwind again.
Here we go, putting a penalty back on Formansky quickly, just with the head of his bow.
Yes, and I think this is a good moment to give the other penalty, because now it's too short for Poland to try something.
Formansky going straight for the finish line here, hoping he might be able to catch up, but nope. Cruiselator still heading ahead first. This is where experience has paid off. You can see he didn't panic on the first penalty on the downwind. Poland doing amazing job right here on this match race. Really came down
really
to
well done.
experience.
Pressure on Cruiselator, that's something you must be proud of. Went to the Worlds multiple times, and I think this is something they should be proud of.